What's going on? Today we got A double dollar sign and abs with me, Coach JG. We're going to see some A. We're going to see some abs. Twerking on a handstand is optional. Let's go ahead and get warmed up, starting with a bodyweight squat and overhead reach. We're going to go ahead and sit back and down as we raise our hands overhead. Keep that low back nice and flat and make sure your knees stay behind your toes. After that, we have a bodyweight hip bridge. Heels are going to be as close to your butt as possible as you press your hips up into the air. Squeeze your glutes extremely tight when it gets to the top. Pause for a second, and then bring it right back down. Next, we have a standing toe reach with a knee flex. Reach down to your toes, hold on to them, flex your knees, and then roll your body up one vertebrae at a time. After that, let's go ahead and warm up our hips with a hip rotation. Let's get external rotation, alternating legs. Get that knee straight up in the air and then rotate it to the outside before setting it down. Let's get these exercises for 30 seconds each, and let's do it for 2 rounds. Now that we're warmed up, let's go ahead and get started with a front lunge and a rotation. Step 1 foot forward. Once your foot hits the ground, stop moving any forward motion. You want to go straight down from here. Make sure your knee stays behind your toe and then rotate towards that up knee. After that, we're going to hit a quadruped lateral and reverse raise. Get your knee at 90 degrees. Raise it out to the side and then up and back. Keep that knee engaged the whole time. After that, we have a plank jack. Shoulders, hips, feet all in a straight line. Kick your feet out and bring them right back in without your booty bouncing up and down. If you need to as an option, all we got to do is step 1 foot at a time with the plank jack alternative. If you need to, bring your knees to the ground. Let's perform these 3 exercises for 2 rounds. Pause the video until you're ready to continue, and then we'll move into part number 2. Wow, great job. Let's go ahead and get into part number 2, starting with the ground jack for 12 total. Sit back and down with a squat as you kick your feet outward. You're going to touch the ground with one hand, explode up, tap the feet in the middle, and perform the next rep with the opposite hand. After that, we have a lateral lunge. We're going to step out laterally, sitting into our heel. Make sure your knee stays in line with your toe, and then explode off that bottom foot. Let's get that for 10 each. Here's a side view, just in case you want to see the angle of that low back, protecting it in a nice neutral position. Next, we're going to get a lateral walk with a lateral leg lift. Sit back and down with that squat form, the lower the better, keeping your knees at 90. Stepping out to the side about 3 to 6 inch step for 3 steps, then stand up. Once you do, lift out the outside leg, return to starting, bring it down, and get to the other side. We're going to alternate from side to side, 12 total, so 6 each direction. After that, we have super people. Bring it down to the ground. You're going to lift up your arms, chest, and legs all at the same time, contracting that back. Squeeze your glutes as you do to get that full contraction. We have 5 exercises in this part. Let's go ahead and do them for 2 rounds. Go ahead and pause your video until you're ready to move on. Way to go. Now that we got those booties plumped up, let's move down to the core. We're going to start our abs with some bicycles. Go ahead and lay flat on your back. You're going to drive one knee to your chest as you twist your torso, meaning your opposite elbow to that knee. Take it nice and slow as we go through it. The higher you crunch, the harder it'll be. After that, we're going to just hit some crunches. I want you to focus on this one vertebrae at a time, squeezing up to the top and then right back down. Now that we got those abs a little warm up, let's go to a power sit-up. Fully extend your body flat on the ground with your low back flat. Move your hands over your knees as you drive your knees to your chest. Fast up, slow down. This next move is a little bit more complex. We're going to do a reverse crunch, pulling our knees to our chest. Extend those legs, and then do a leg lift to a hip raise. Straight legs, lifting your hips, lowering nice and slow. When your legs are low, keep your low back flat on the ground. We're going to perform these 4 exercises for 2 rounds. Then we're going to move on to the cool down. Nice work. Let's get cooled down with a quad stretch. Put that foot up behind your back, pressing your hip forward to get the full extension. Then we have a hamstring stretch, putting our heel into the ground, sitting back and down. Tilt your hips up for a deeper stretch. Next, we have the butterfly stretch. Put the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop to the outside, holding at your shoelaces. After that, we have the figure 4 stretch. Put your right foot to the top left knee and hold behind that left knee. Make sure your shoulder blades and hips are both flat on the ground. This one's important to stretch out that glute. If you prefer pigeon, that's fine. Next, we have the cobra stretch. Press your hips into the ground, chest as high up as you can. Make sure you close your mouth for that deeper stretch. Great work today. Hopefully those booties got blasted. Let me know if you need anything else. Coach JG, out.